morning.
Good morning.
Thank you so much, Mrs. Pipitone, for being here today, making Julia's education a priority. We really appreciate you taking time out of your day to be here.
Of course.
All right, so I want to open up the floor to any questions or concerns. Is there anything you want to talk about regarding Julia? Anything going on at home that I should know about, or any concerns about what's going on here at school?
Not right now.
Okay, so then we're just going to jump right in if that's okay. I want to start by saying Julia is an asset to our classroom. We are so lucky to have her. She is very sweet. She gets good grades. She gets along with other students. We're really, really glad to have her here.
I'm happy to hear that.
But there are some things I will touch on today during our conference, areas for improvement. One of them I just want to start, we'll go in order. We're going to talk about absences to start, absences and tardies. I do see that in the first quarter and second quarter, there was a decrease in tardies. The first quarter she was tardy 3 times. And in the second quarter she was tardy once. It's really good that we've gotten those tardies down. However, I really would like to stress that being here at school on time is super important. We do start the day with math and social studies. So to miss those really big areas that later on we'll talk about Julia's grades as far as those subjects go, you can really see how not being here on time can affect her grades. Her absences, she's been absent twice both quarters. Really not a large number. It's great that we're keeping it down. But again, I would like to stress that it is important to be here at school as often as you can. In 5th grade, they're getting ready to prepare for 6th grade, which is a huge transition for them. It's a totally different atmosphere. And we really want to pack in all the knowledge that we can before they move on, okay?
Okay.
Do you have any questions for me?
No.
Okay. So we're going to jump right into her grades, kind of like what we said about the absences and the tardies, how it'll affect her grades. We'll see that in a moment. Math and English, she's doing great. She went up, she's got a B right now in both. She went up 1 point in math, and in English, she went up 3 points. So that's really great. I love to see that improvement. She's just really been trying her best in those areas. Social studies and science, I have seen a slight decrease, which is a little concerning. Like I said, those are areas that we start with right at the beginning of the day. So I would say that maybe her tardies or absences could have something to do with those grades. However, I have not heard anything from Julia as far as maybe she's not understanding the material. Is there anything that you know of that maybe would affect these grades for her as far as home concerns?
She does have soccer practice on Tuesdays and Thursday nights. Thursdays it runs a little bit longer.
Okay, so maybe we're not getting as much practice in with those areas because of the soccer practice. Okay, well, I will see what I can do as far as setting something up for her. Maybe we will get her more time in class. I usually give a little bit of time to read in the mornings while we're waiting for the announcements to begin. Maybe I will have her work on our STAR program to help her improve in those areas and get her a little bit of extra practice. This is something that you can also do at home.
And what is the STAR program?
That's a great question. The STAR program is a program that is purchased by the school, and it allows the students they'll have a username and password. They'll go in and they will practice in all subject areas, math, reading, science, and social studies, and it gets them prepared for the FSA.
What's the FSA?
The FSA is the Florida Standardized Assessment. So that is going to be, we'll actually get into that right now. I've got her scores from there. So the FSA is going to be that standardized assessment where the state will test on how well the students are learning the curriculum that they have set in place. We'll jump right into that if that's okay with you.
Yeah.
All right, so for quarter 1 and 2 on those assessments, she has gone up in reading and in math, just like her grades have reflected that as well. Awesome job. I'm so proud of her. She's gone up 7 points in reading, and she's gone up 3 points, in math, and really just an awesome job on that. I am so proud of her. And then social studies and science, I will say that they do test a little bit harder in these areas. They are written above grade level, at least 1 grade level, so they might be a little bit harder to understand, which is why we do that STAR program to help get in that extra practice. She has gone down 1 point in social studies and 4 points in science. So there are a little bit of concerns with the decrease. We want her to pass that FSA. We want her to be prepared for 6th grade and all the materials that they're going to be teaching her. So I would recommend getting that login and password from Julia. She does have both written in her planner, okay? So she's got the login for both. If you need the website, I would be more than happy to write it down for you. If Julie can't remember, I'll write it in her planner for her. And this extra practice at home is something I really recommend. It's really going to help her understand the curriculum material, and I will do my best to help work with Julia. Like I said in the morning before announcements, I see she is here early sometimes. That's why being here on time is very important. And we can go ahead and get her on the STAR program early with social studies and science. And I can double check her work, make sure she's really understanding the material. I'll have a talk with her, okay?
Thank you so much.
Yeah, of course. Is there any questions that you have for me at this moment?
No.
Okay, so we're going to jump right into behavior, strengths, and improvements, okay? So I would like to start by saying Julia is an awesome student. She does what she needs to do. She's organized. She uses her time wisely. She is kind to others. She is a phenomenal student, okay? An area of improvement I have noticed, I heard that you mentioned soccer practice. So that it's starting to click for me a little bit. So as you can see, I do have a copy of her work here. She does great on all of the in-class assignments. She gets hundreds or A's and B's. You know, it ranges, of course, but she's done a great job. And then I do see on our homework assessment that I have here, she does have the missing work for Thursdays. So you said Tuesdays and Thursdays, but Thursday runs later, so that's making a little bit of sense for me. She does not have that completed. Right here, our paragraph that's due on last Thursday, actually. It's a little bit of a concern because we do have our tests normally on Friday, tests or quizzes. So that Thursday homework is really good to get the extra practice needed before she begins her test on Friday.
Okay.
I do believe that if I have homework assigned on Thursday night, maybe we can come up with a way to really make sure that it gets done. Like I said, it's important for her to practice these things for our tests on Friday, okay?
Okay.
So what I can do is I will be sure to absolutely write in her planner a note to you on Thursdays if you would like. That way you know when we do have homework and when we don't, because sometimes we don't, and we don't always do quizzes, tests on Fridays. You know, holidays come up, things like that, breaks. So I will make sure to write in her planner, communicate with you when we have homework. We also have the Remind app. Are you familiar?
Yes, I am.
Okay. So as you know with the Remind app, you could always reach out to me whenever you need to. That school-based app. Let me know, hey, does Julia have homework? I'm available at all times of the day whenever you need me, of course. I would like to be here to help you in any way possible. And I can always reach out to you through the Remind app if you'd like instead of the planner. Maybe we don't look at the planner. So I can go ahead and message you on Thursdays when we have homework if you would like.
Please.
Okay, so I can go ahead and write a note to myself to make sure that on Thursdays I am reminding you that we have homework through the Remind app, okay?
Thank you.
Of course. All right. And as far as the Remind app goes, I will be sending out a Remind app reminder that FSA is very soon. One area of practice I do recommend jumping right back over to the first part is 2-digit multiplication and division. It's very important for her to know these things, okay? So on that STAR program, maybe at home with the social studies and science, we practice that as well.
Okay.
Okay? And lastly, Julia, all around, she's doing great in every subject. She's, we're going to work on those areas of improvement. I do have an award for Julia that I would like to show you now. We will hold on to it and we'll present it at our award ceremony later on. But it is the Kindness Award for Julia, if you want to take a look at that. She is one of the kindest students that I've had in my classes in a long time. She is always willing to help others. She goes above and beyond to really make sure that everyone has a friend, and she is awesome in that area, okay?
Thank you.
Yeah, she's a great kid, okay? Just to kind of ask a question of, she's done very well, and she does get good grades and things like that, and I noticed that she completes all her work, but I really want to give her that extra push. I noticed that she just does what's supposed to be done, she's very average in a good sense that she's on grade level, but I really want to give her the extra push to try a little bit harder and to go above and beyond. Is there any incentives that you believe would be helpful to use to give Julia that push that she needs?
Well, she does love to play soccer. And she mentioned something about having more soccer balls at recess.
Okay. So maybe I can make sure that we have more soccer balls in our recess bin. Incentivize her with maybe extra time to play soccer, or have a day where the class is like a sports day or something. I can organize something to really, because I know that multiple students would really love something like that. I have a lot of students who are athletic, so maybe I can incentivize all of them in that way, and it'd be a good push for Julia as well. Adding more soccer balls, giving her more time to do those things. I really would love to push her in any way, shape, or form. Maybe I can, we have a treasure box. Maybe I can do like some knickknacks or something that are soccer oriented. Give her that extra push to get more points throughout the week. That way she can use those points and redeem them for like a prize that maybe revolves around the sports in some way, shape, or form.
I think that would be awesome.
All right. I love it. So we will go ahead and make sure we get something for her, so that way I can give her that extra push, because I love to see her do better. She's a great student. She really does try, and I'm so proud of her. And I'm so thankful that I have her in my class this year. I'd really love to give her that extra push. You know, she's going into middle school next year. I really want to set her up for success, okay?
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Of course. Do you have any questions, comments, or concerns for me before we finish up here?
No, I think you mentioned everything.
Awesome. So if you'd like, you can go ahead and keep a copy of these. Talk over it with Julia if you'd like, or whatever needs to be done that way, the copy for your records. And I will keep this. We'll present the award to her at our award ceremony next week, okay? Just so that you know, we'll keep it a little hush, okay?
Okay.
All right, awesome. And thank you again so much for being here. I'm so appreciative you've taken time out of your day to put Julia's education as a priority, and we will definitely work on everything that we have mentioned, okay?
Sounds good.
Awesome.
You.
Thank you so much. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.